Hello once again, everybody. Going to run down the previous weekend and also look ahead toward the upcoming weekend here on Sports Radio ESPN 1420 and ESPN1420.com. Louisiana's Raging Cajun football team had an off week last week. Coach Ricky Bussel's squad will open up Sun Belt Conference action this coming Saturday evening at Cajun Field as the Cajuns play host to the North Texas Mean Green in the 2009 Sun Belt Conference opener for the Cajuns. Cajuns 2-2 on the year, playing their home conference opener. As a matter of fact, their conference opener in general against North Texas before traveling on the road to take on Western Kentucky the next weekend. So a chance for the Cajuns to get off to a good start in Sun Belt Conference play, but you got to take it one game at a time. And this North Texas team that's coming in, a vastly improved team over the North Texas team from last year and even a couple of years ago. So the Cajuns going to try to get off to a good start. Pre-game show at 5:37, kickoff time 6:07 Saturday evening on Sports Radio ESPN 1420, ESPN1420.com, and on our sister station, the new Hot 107.9. There was Sun Belt Conference action, however, last weekend. Non-conference games, Arkansas State hung with the 13th ranked team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, but came up a little bit short as Iowa defeats Arkansas State 24-21. Also non-conference action, FAU falls to the Wyoming Cowboys 30-28. There was one conference game over the weekend. It was ULM defeating FIU by the final score of 48-35. Also a reminder, you can listen to the Ricky Bussell Show each and every Monday evening, live from Baja Sports Grill on Bertrand across from Cajun Field, 7 until 8 o'clock again right here on Sports Radio ESPN 1420 and ESPN1420.com. The LSU Fighting Tiger football team pulled out a big victory on the road between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, as Coach Les Miles' fourth-ranked Tigers defeated the 18th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs 20-13 on Saturday afternoon. Georgia grabbed the lead as Joe Cox hit A.J. Green with a 16-yard touchdown pass with a minute and 17 seconds to go. However, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty made Georgia kick the football from 15 yards back from where they normally would have kicked it. A good return by Trendon Holiday set up LSU in pretty good field position. And then 2 plays later, Charles Scott ran up the middle and raced into the end zone after breaking a tackle for 33 yards to give LSU the 20-13 victory. LSU now a perfect 5-0 overall on the year, 3-0 in SEC play. LSU returns to action this coming Saturday as they play host to the Florida Gators. Of course, Florida, the defending national champions. They are undefeated on the year. Tim Tebow, don't know if he's going to play in that game, but he's expected to. Kickoff time at Tiger Stadium set for 7:07 on Saturday evening. So a big win for LSU over the Georgia Bulldogs. And going to go ahead and look at the SEC schedule from this past weekend. Number of good games on the schedule. Alabama got off to a little bit of a slow start against the Kentucky Wildcats in Lexington, Kentucky on Saturday, but Coach Nick Saban's third-ranked Crimson Tide comes out victorious 38-20 in that contest. Number 21 Ole Miss survives Vanderbilt 23-7. Meanwhile, other SEC action, it was Tennessee falling to Auburn. The Tigers win that one 26-22. Non-conference games played in the SEC over the weekend. South Carolina defeats South Carolina State 38-14, and Arkansas trounces Texas A&M by the final score of 47-19. The New Orleans Saints, big victory for them. Saints 4-0 on the year after defeating the New York Jets by the final score of 24-10 Sunday afternoon at the Louisiana Superdome. Saints able to outgain the Jets in terms of total yards, 343-244, but it was the Saints defense that came up big. Saints defense provided 14 points off of turnovers. As a matter of fact, they scored 2 touchdowns. They actually intercepted Mark Sanchez 3 times, including 2 by free safety Darren Sharper. 1 he took back for the distance. 5 interceptions on the year now for Sharper as the Saints move to 5-0 on the year. Drew Brees, 20 of 32 through the air for 190 yards. No touchdowns, but also no interceptions. Pierre Thomas, 13 carries, 48 yards and a touchdown, but 46 of those yards came in the second half. It's the second straight game where Thomas had over 40 yards in the second half alone. And in the receiving department for the Saints, Pierre Thomas caught 4 balls for 46 yards. Jeremy Shockey, the former New York Giant, caught 4 passes for 34 yards. Speaking of the Giants, that's the Saints' next game. They are off this coming Sunday, but they are back in action a week from Sunday as they play host to the New York Giants at the Louisiana Superdome. Both teams undefeated on the year. A reminder, you can hear Acadiana High Wreck and Ram football all fall right here on Sports Radio ESPN 1420 and on ESPN1420.com. An exciting 28-27 victory by Acadiana over the St. Thomas More Cougars last Friday evening at Acadiana. This week they're on the road, the opener of a 2-game road trip, as Acadiana will travel to LaGrange to take on the LaGrange Gators. Pre-game show at 6:30, kickoff time at 7 o'clock here on Sports Radio ESPN 1420 and ESPN1420.com. That wraps up the week, and that also we take up the look ahead. We'll join you next week here on Sports Radio ESPN 1420 and ESPN1420.com.